Alrighty, everyone. We got quite a show ahead of us today. Welcome. It's Sunday, episode 7. Lots of stuff going on, but not really all at the same time. I'm sure everyone can relate. Let's see what's going on here. What's anything special, anything meaningful, anything, yeah, of course we do. I'll start off with some birthdays. That's like a new thing. It's a novel thing, because we all have them. We don't really think about it, this whole turning around the sun, but we've got quite a few, at least, I think so. My circle, there's quite a few. So we're just going to do a little open credits, little music situation, and, alright, happy birthday to Stay Long. Ronnie Barca, Julie, Christopher Nedro. We've got Red Betty all the way on the West Coast. This is you, hoping you're having a happy birthday. David Dutton, haven't seen you in years. I'm hoping you're doing really well. I know that you're in the forest, protected from this shit show. Our maritime reporter, Joanna Goldmember, who unfortunately has apparently been fighting a kraken or something. More on that later, but she did just celebrate I think her 21st birthday. Christian Trella is about to celebrate a birthday. We got Ross Kessler, Brady, Lucky. Our good friend Lucky is about to, I think he is currently held up in a World War II bunker, which is kind of nice, but I've been in them and there's a lot of concrete, so let's just give all our birthday wishes to Lucky. Glad that he's making his way through there. We got Jim Schumacher, haven't seen you in years. Chris Swank, haven't seen you in years. Sarah, haven't seen you in years. Joe Roberts, haven't seen you in a while. How are you guys? I mean, I hope you're holding up, you know. Morgan Santoro! I haven't seen you in a minute. Dudley, Anastasia, Will, Bianca, JVP, haven't seen you in a minute. Daria Walsh, who actually, you know, let's get back to Daria here for just a quick second. She is clearly a vampire at this point. I'm just going to throw it. Anyone that knows Daria, I'm sure agrees. Jen Crow, one of Philadelphia's locals and favorites. Well, actually not local right now, but Jen, we miss you. Happy birthday. Stay safe. Isabel, happy birthday. Another fellow Belgian. We have Alison Stanfield, of course, another happy birthday. Taylor Staten, happy birthday. And one of Philly's finest artists, Angevita. All right, that was a lot of people. Wow, that's a lot of birthdays. I am really sorry, but I'm really happy that you're all having birthdays on this weird world that we're having. All right, let's get next to the next part of the show. La, 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 la. Well, the news. Well, the news is really the birthday, so let's enjoy all those birthdays. That was a lot of birthdays. That was a new thing. I don't know how we're going to work that in the future. Please, help us. Actually, it's interesting. We'll talk about this whole. We have a new interactive feature that I'm about to premiere on the show, so I'm sure you guys will have fun with that. What else? News for me. We had a great week. We traveled, and by we, usually when I mean we, at this point, it's just my imaginary news crew that just follows me around. I had a couple conversations today where people were like, "Who is this we? Who are you hanging out with? The quarantine?" I'm like, "No, it's just, don't worry, it's just my imaginary people, my friends. It's not, it's back." Anyway, so yeah, let's get right into the new feature. Is it a chat board? It is a chat board. That's right. If wherever you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, or where Twitch, you can now chat. And here's the important part. I'm not going to pay attention. And this is also, since we're broadcasting, this is a future show. We are broadcasting from the future. So I'm actually not going to respond to this because it's the future. That would be unfair, blah, 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 blah. But have fun. If you feel excited, if you feel like you really must be heard, this is a non-volatile way, which way I can, you know, possibly record blackmail. So this is good. This is a good new feature. But moving on to national, global news. Yeah, it's 41. Here in Philadelphia, it is 41. We have celebrated 41 days. 41 days. 41 days. 41 days. I don't even know. I mean, like, we've been talking about this, and every like 3 days there's another episode. We talk a little more about it, and yeah, I mean, we're only a few episodes until we start broadcasting in multiple languages and weird upside down positions. But yeah. Anyway, Let's see here. Well, obviously, I guess we should focus on the coronavirus.
I really don't understand why everybody is...
Whoa. I need this next part needs an introduction because I stumbled across it. It is an artist known as Adley from the Adley Show, or Adley or Adlu, and I think as many people who were looking for the Adley Show, they were also looking for some eye makeup tips to make them look like a frosted reindeer or some kind. That's how I just stumbled upon it. I'm just kidding. This shit is hilarious, but it's also very informative. In fact, if any of you do have some notepads around or some pens and paper, there's a lot of good tips here. In fact, I've got my notebook here. I think everyone else should get a notebook. This can be some good stuff.
Yeah, I really don't understand why everybody isn't following the same rules right now. They're very clear, so let's take a minute and let's go over them again. First, you must not leave the house for any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed except those that are open, and all stores must close unless, of course, they need to stay open. This virus is deadly, but don't be afraid of it. It can only kill people who are vulnerable and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. And it will only stop infecting people if enough of us get infected that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. You should not go to the doctor's office or the hospital unless you have to go there. Unless, of course, you are too sick to go there. This virus has no effect on children except for those children in which it affects. The virus remains active on different surfaces for 2 hours, or 4 hours, or 6 hours, but in most cases it's days and not hours, and it needs a damp environment, or a cold environment that is warm and dry in the air, unless the air is plastic. Schools are closed, so you need to homeschool your children unless you can send them to school because you are not home. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Baking cakes can be considered math, science, or art. If you are home educating, you can include household chores within their education curriculum. And if you are home educating, you may start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. every day. If you are not home educating children, you may also start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. You must not go to work, but you can get another job, at which point you may go to work. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket. There are simply many things missing. You don't need to go buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. If you are sick, you may go out once you are better. But those in your household, they cannot go out once you are better unless, of course, they need to go out. Animals are not affected by the virus, except for that cat that tested positive in Belgium in February.
Go Belgium.
Plus a couple tigers. The number of corona-related deaths will be announced daily, but we don't know how many people are infected because we were only testing those who are almost dead to determine if that's what they will die of. The people who die of corona who are not counted won't or will be counted, but maybe not. To help protect yourself during these times, you should be eating well and exercising, but exercising only eating what you have at home to avoid going to the stores unless you need toilet paper or a fence panel. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. Just don't sit down unless you are old or pregnant. But if you do sit down, don't sit for too long. Unless you are old and you are pregnant, in which case you need to sit down. But if you do sit down, don't eat unless you've had a long walk, which you are allowed to do if you are old or pregnant, except for times in which you aren't. Don't visit old people, but you have a moral obligation to take care of old people and bring them food and medicine. And finally, no businesses will go down due to coronavirus except those businesses that go down due to COVID-19. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you.
All right, her name is Adley. Definitely check out her very informative podcast. It's definitely straightened things out in my mind.
Department in California is taking an unusual approach to catch porn pirates red-handed.
Porch pirates, yes.
Oh,
Pardon me.
Just nannying at its silliest and its worst.
Well said. You do not mess with the sausage.
Do not mess with the sausage.
Don't. Well, you said it. Over to you guys.
Be a crime to hide the sausage, wouldn't it?
Chris Belisario, the still.
Okay, now the weather. It's 68. All right, off to sports. All right, well, many of you have been writing in about the sports segment and that you've been appreciating it. And so, yeah, we got some good stuff. It's because of this, it's seasonal, it's a special seasonal sports because of the holidays. There's many holidays going on. We'll get into that later. But yeah, let's get right into it.
This is Sepak Bola Api, or the fireball game. It's played in Indonesia and is one of the ways that the people of this country welcome the month of Ramadan. And we strongly advise that the uninitiated don't try this at home. The ball is made from coconut fiber and is doused in diesel before being set alight. The game loosely follows the regular laws of soccer, with a referee controlling play. Heading, chesting, throw-ins and tackles are all allowed.
Barefoot people.
On this occasion, the game is watched by over 10,000 spectators.
That's a lie.
It's
There's
claimed
not
that
10,000
not
people
one-
there. All right, hold on. There is not, that's like a crowd of maybe 50 people there. You're not telling me 10,000 people are kicking a ball of fire made of coconut. I'm sorry, English guy. Your suave accent does not fool me, and this fake sport. I apologize. Try to give the people something new. Try to give them something new, and no. Anyway, local news. Back to Camp Fucking. Deemed non-essential, largest stockpile of fucks ever given. Wow, so much stuff going on. It's actually been quite a busy week for not being able to leave your house. It's been very, very busy. All right, so as many of you know, we've been doing a drone kind of art project. It has a beautiful concept where we just fly around and say hello to our friends, and we got some more footage, and once again we just put it together so you guys could enjoy it. That's us, by the way. Or not. I don't know, maybe we're not that. Hold on to your butt. Hard to fly a drone. Oh, there he is. Hello. That blue unicorn. Butt camp. All right, so that's just another little segment of our little project there, and now to another project that's pretty exciting. It is a Philadelphia favorite and a Philadelphia original. The clowning is really a global phenomenon that has taken root, a deep root in Philadelphia. In fact, I even have some copy now that I have allowed 2 pages, because all the birthdays took one whole page, and Adley took like most of that page as well. So here we go. The Clown Crawl. In these trying times, the gift of laughter is priceless. My top scientists have failed me. They all died unexpectedly after exhibiting flu-like symptoms. My second-tier scientists all died in a fiery lab explosions. Ah, well. On with the show. In lieu of the curse or N95 noses, we must stay vigilant and spread laughter, enjoy but not death and disease. So dress in your finest clownery and take a jaunt about your neighborhood. Wave at the window watchers while wandering where you and wow. That's a lot of alliterations as a W. Very impressive. Do whatever you want, cause fuck 2020. This is your clown crawl, you kooky kook. Kooky kook cat. Cookie cat. Clowny McClown face. That's exciting. So if you guys have ever experienced a clown, and this is not a Santa crawl where people wear red and get belligerent and like pee on things. People wear lots of colors. And I don't know. I'm not saying they don't pee. I mean, they're humans. Obviously, they're pee. I'm not sure they're gonna pee on things, and they're definitely not. They're gonna get belligerent. But it's like this is Philadelphia, so that optic is complicated. We have some examples actually of this lovely clowning situation. Damn, will Lee get out of the show for one episode? Apparently not. Alright. So, we just got this image in. This is from Lee. Apparently in La Bona, someplace Bone, which is good. He's in a good place that has dinosaurs. Apparently, we're still not sure if he released the coronavirus. These photos obviously do not dismiss the rumor, but they also do not give us concrete proof that he, in fact, is the one responsible for ruining Tawny's birthday.
Hello, this is Chat You Betcha reporting live from Quarantine Zone 22, Philadelphia's own Fox-affiliated broadcast at the end of the world. It has come to my attention, dear viewers, that a certain Philadelphia resident, if you can even call him that, has been spreading salacious propaganda on a bi-weekly basis. I will not stand idly by whilst the World Wide Web is overtaken by these malicious infiltrators. I'll tell you what, as an American, the last thing we need right now is some European electronic music DJ telling us how to live our lives in quarantine. Let me just break what this show considers worthy of publishing down for you.
Alright, what?
Lee Majors riding a Triceratops.
It's adorable.
Cannibalism.
It's delicious.
Drone strikes. Questionable science. Perversely cute animals.
Ain't nothing.
You know what that is? That is the spitting image of the...
You know what this gentleman needs? You need some tra-la-la. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. All right. Anti-blue unicorn resistance will not stop the freedom of speech.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's nice. All right. Next we have up what looks like a new segment we should be very getting excited for. It's the Cat Sans Stats. The Cat Sans Stats. Better thoughts than yours. It's some great advice. This is actually going to be a live episode. This is going to be a live interview situation where the DK is going to speak to us and enlighten us with certain thoughts that I'm sure will be enlightening considering these certain times and tribulations. I'm not sure if this furry gentleman, I mean the one with the snap, the one with the husky canine. I'm not sure of the canine shit. But definitely come back. I think Thursday we're gonna try and have it live. I don't know where in the world he is right now, but I just got off an email with him and we're gonna try to make this all happen happily, and we're gonna get some great some serious weird, you know, weird. Let's get into it. All right, just remember, today's theme is weird stock photos. Like, these are all photos that actually exist. They actually exist here in this world. Damn it. I am so sorry you guys missed the tra-la-la, by the way. But anyway. That shit was hilarious on my end. Alright, seriously though. Alright. None of my slideshows are working. Hello. That's kind of weird. You know, it's gonna be one of those shows, isn't it? And it's you know, it happens. It's so bizarre. Yeah. Well. That's a weird stock photo. You know what? Yeah, that's a stock photo. What we need is a picture of a blind, folded woman in lingerie holding a pomegranate with an octopus on it. Oh? And could you set up a mirror in the corner showing another woman sulking? Perfect. Thank you. Alright, that's it for weird for right now. I mean, you know, that's relatively speaking. Alright. So clearly the chat thing is there's a couple of you on there, and something about you can't hear the volume. Well, that's great. That's good to know. I appreciate the feedback and the direction. In many ways, it's probably better you didn't hear me. Though the fa la 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 shit, that shit was hilarious. You missed that on the fa la 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 la. Anyway, artist quarantine. So this episode's quarantine is a little bit different from all the other quarantines, because this quarantine, this artist is actually the street art, and so it is a culmination of artists that we came across while trying to get some fresh air. one of my favorites. That's easy. Well, thank you so much. I don't have the entire list of artists who tribute to that piece, but thank you for doing it. If you watch this, if you see this, thank you. Know that it brought a million smiles to a million faces as we discovered it early a few days ago, fresh in our neighborhood as we were walking around. So thank you for bringing art into the community. We appreciate it, and it is really beautiful, and connected with what's going on right now. That's really wonderful. Thank you so much. This is one of our news segments, and we're going to go back to that segment right after these messages. Sorry, we have a commercial and an ad. Another political ad? Is that all it's doing? If this pandemic has taught me anything, it is this. Your cities ain't shit without workers and artists. Well, that's true. All right. Okay, this is a jagged little pill this show this evening. It's all over the place. Ouch. You feeling it? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm on fire. No, literally, I'm on fire. Like, I'm on fire. I think it's some LED shit. Anyway. Time with DJ. All right. Well, we got a lot of responses, and we got a lot of emails about this new segment. You guys are very happy with it. We appreciate your joy.
Thank you.
With the
thank you.
Thank you. The joy that this new segment brought you. We're really excited about it. We're really happy. It is. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. But the what? Okay, all right. So people want to know what time it is in other places. They're like, is it always going to be like between 9 and 10? Because this show happens in other places of the world, and you're absolutely correct. So we are hopping, we are globe-trotting all the way. Are you ready for it? We are going all the way to Shenzhen.
It is currently between 9 and 10 p.m. Thank you. Thank you. It is currently between 9
I said PM. I was supposed to cut that
and
off
10 p.m.
Man.
Thank you.
God. Oh, okay, hold on. We're gonna get this, people.
It is currently between 9.
Okay, we're almost there. Work with me, people.
It is currently between 9 and 10 p.m.
That works for me. All right. So that's for everyone in Shenzhen right now. We hope you appreciate that. TJ's thinking of you. And as we, figure out how to do this global time thing, we'll do a little shout out to other places in the world that celebrate time. Whew. All right, well, this is a new segment where I did not receive any material, so I kind of took it on myself to kind of do a little branding, a little kind of sketching out. It's our friend Lady Alex and Remo. We're going to be doing a new female-centric kind of thing, and I wasn't really sure. They don't have a title yet. They're putting it together. It's just kind of like this concept. So I thought I'd go ahead and like give it La ladies, talking about them ladies things. La ladies, talking about them ladies things. La. And then we had some trial art. La. I know that it's a little aggressive, but it's ironic too. La. La ladies. There's 3, but I really like the painting, so it's kind of alright. Onward to the BKS Report.
Welcome back, my friends, to the BKS Report, where books, knowledge, and serendipity are what's important to us. I have some exciting news. I have some very exciting news. I've done it. I've read the pyramid. This pyramid that was sent to me. I've read the runes that are stretched all across the different outside parts of this pyramid, and they have just such lovely things to say. They sing a song of unity through the pyramid, through the triangle, through the numbers 3, the numbers 5, and even more deliciously, it was made specially for me, all for me. This unity was for everyone, and I'm stealing it. It's mine now, and no one can have it. And do I recommend this book? Absolutely. You should get a pyramid like this and read it, and tell someone, tell everyone, tell them that the pyramid is the way. The pyramid is the way. It's what you need. It nourishes you in ways that you might not even realize, and this is the most important bit, that if you get one of these pyramids, send me some more rotting lunch meat. It's all I can eat now. I was hungry, you see, after I finished reading, and it was the only thing that I could stomach, believe it or not. And now I find nourishment through that and through the whispers of the pyramid. Back to you, Gaëtan.
Again, there's this new chat feature. If you're into chatting, there's chit chat, chattily choo chat, triangle. Looks good. Can't hear my voice. Sounds great. All right, let's continue. Science. Let's hope there's not any more mental spiraling happening here on day 41. Looking to the Science and Design Report, hailing from Brooklyn. Let's see what they got for us.
Oh, hello there. We're here this week with the science news from Brooklyn. A physicist at LIGO, which is obviously the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, are you guys even paying attention? Said recently that Einstein has prevailed again from beyond the grave. That guy's such a hard worker. Einstein predicted the orbiting patterns of black holes when they join together. The weird thing about these black holes, though, is the waves that we're picking up aren't in sync. They're actually creating a perfect frequency of a perfect fifth that syncs up with Elvis's Can't Help Falling in Love. It's extra weird because if the two black holes are showing two different notes, that means one of them is much more massive than the other, and we don't understand how they're a couple anyway. But these waves notes, I can almost hear them now. Do you hear this? It's Elvis in the flesh.
Then say, only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
The Science Report. Alright, everybody. The Bartender's Review, because that's we'll count on the bartenders. Okay. Alright, Corey. I mean, I know it's day 41, people. I know it's day 41. Joanna Goldmember. Oh, that's right. Unfortunately, Joanna is celebrating recently her birthday, lost at sea. I don't know. We just got this. I don't even want to share it because it's hopeful that she is still okay, but it's also frightening that she is in such a predicament. This whole show has just been a little dark cloud of what the fuck. I am so sorry, everyone. I hope you're doing okay. I just want everyone to know that. Oh, I had something too. I had something all nice for you guys. So like all feely and this paper. Yeah. Check in on your friends, everybody. It's day 41. Shit's getting real. Definitely check in on your friends that seem like they're doing fine, especially. If everyone's just like looks like they're totally doing fine at this point, you should definitely check in on them. Either way, call at least 5 people today, make sure they're okay. This was crazy. Our whole society was being a little crazy before we entered this, and now the same thing that we were starting to blame our society being a little just wackadoo, which is this whole online computer thing. Now we have been fully immersed in it. Which, you know, whatever, that's our society now. But like, let's take care of each other, let's love one another, and just give a friend a call and share some of these things with them. Not rabies. I didn't mean rabies. I meant like the images. They're cute, right? Well, kind of cute. Fat pig was cute.